Hi 6th graders, I hope you've been doing well. Today we are going to continue working on adding and subtracting mixed numbers, but this time you're going to have to do a little bit more work because they're in word problems now. Alright, so let's get started. An athlete drank 10 5/6 bottles of sports drink in the first half of a match, and another 8 5/6 bottles in the second half. We want to know how much he drank in all. Alright, so that word in all. Does that tell us we're adding or subtracting? Right, it tells us we're adding those two numbers. See, this is why I like writing on Notability. It's so hard to write on IXL. Alright, so we are going to sorry, I can't talk today. We are going to add 10 5/6 plus 8 5/6. Alright, so let me write those down. 10 5/6 plus 8 5/6. Alright, so again, when we add and subtract mixed numbers, there's two ways we could do it. We could change it to an improper fraction and add our improper fractions, or we could just add our mixed numbers. Okay, I think the mixed number way is a little bit more complicated, but if that way makes sense to you, then do that way. I'm going to convert this to an improper fraction. 10 times 6 is 60, plus 5 gives us 65. Our denominator stays a 6. Alright, our next fraction, 8 times 6 is 48, plus 5, 48 plus 5, 53. And our denominator stays a 6. Alright, so now we need to add those two numbers. We know our denominator is going to be a 6 because our denominators are the same. So taking 65 plus 53, 5 plus 3 is 8, 6 plus 5 is 11, so we have 118 over 6. Now, normally we would want to convert that number to to a mixed number, because if I look at 108 over 6, man, I have no idea what that really means in like actual numbers. Does it mean like 10 and a fraction? Does it mean 8 and a fraction? Does it mean like 19 and a fraction? Okay, so it's super important that we'll convert that number, but for IXL, we don't need to. We can just keep it as 118 over 6. Alright, let's practice another one. This time we have planet X is 9 3/8 light years away from Earth. Planet Y is 1 1/8 light years away from Earth. How much farther away is planet X? Alright, that much farther away. What does that tell us? Are we adding or subtracting these numbers? Right, we are subtracting them. Alright, so we have 9 3/8 minus 1 1/8. So again, I like to convert to mixed numbers. You certainly don't have to. This time I'm not going to convert, improper fractions. I keep mixing them up. This time I'm not going to convert them to improper fractions. I'm just going to do the mixed numbers. Okay, so we start with our fractions. We have 3/8 minus 1/8. Well, our denominator stays an 8. 3 minus 1 is 2. Now we have to look at our whole numbers, so we're taking 9 minus 1, which is 8. So for an answer, we need to combine these two, 8 and 2/8. And we could simplify 8 and 2/8. We could divide both those numbers by 2, which gives us 8. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 8 and 1/4. Awesome. Let's do one more. Parent-Teacher Association makes 6 1/4 gallons of fruit punch for Parents' Night. Parents and teachers drank only 2 3/4 gallons altogether that night. How many gallons of fruit punch did the Parent-Teacher Association have left? Alright, that word have left, what's it tell us? Are we adding or subtracting? Alright, we are subtracting. Alright, so let's write this down. We're taking 6 1/4 minus 2 3/4. Alright, for this one, we're taking 1/4 minus 3/4. We can't do 1 minus 3. So let's convert it to an improper fraction. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 1 gives us 25. Our denominator stays a 4. Our other one, 2 times 4 is 8, plus 3 gives us 11 over 4. Alright, so when we subtract them, our denominator is going to stay a 4. 25 minus 11 gives us 14. And we are done. Alright, so remember, your goal is to get to 70. If you are struggling, don't sit there and lower your score even more. That makes it super hard to bring it back up. Okay? Send me a message on Schoology. Let me know you're struggling, and we will find a time to work on it together. Okay?